Here we have a problem on proportion. Okay, let's read the question. If a by 4 is equal to b by 5, then which one of the following options is correct? So two ratios are equal here. There is a by 4 and b by 5. So it's a proportion. So we have to find which one of the following four options is correct. So when we look at the options, it's very clear the one of the properties of proportion is used. Okay, let's check option A. In option A, in the first term a plus 4, here the 4 is added to a, that is second term is added to the first term, and the sum has been made as a first term. The second term has been subtracted from the first term, it has been made as a second term. So it's almost close to the property componendo and dividendo. So when the second term is added to the first term, it's componendo. When the second term is subtracted from the first term, it's dividendo. But we must have the same thing on the right side also. But on the right side, it's quite different, because in the first term they have subtracted 5 from b, that is second term has been subtracted from the first term, and here the second term is added to the first term. There is no such a property in proportion. So because always we have to add the second term to the first term, and the sum has to be made as first term, and the second term should be subtracted from the first term, it should be made as a second term. But here subtraction comes first, addition comes next. So there is no such a property in proportion, so there is no chance for option A to be correct. Okay, now let's check with option B. Okay, here in the first term a and 4 are added, that is the second term 4 is added to the first term, and here in denominator 4 is subtracted from a, that is the second term is subtracted from the first term. So we have addition first, subtraction next. So componendo dividendo almost we have. Okay, but we must have the same thing on the right side. Here 5 is added to b, that is the second term is added to the first term, and denominator 5 is subtracted from b. So we have componendo and dividendo. So the same thing, whatever thing we have on the left side, the same we have on the right side also. So always we must have addition and then we have subtraction. So we must have the same order on both sides. So clearly this one comes under the property of componendo and dividendo. Anyways, let's check option C. So here the second term is subtracted from the first term, and here the second term is added to the first term. So we have dividendo first and componendo next. There is no such a property in proportion. Always we must have componendo and then we have dividendo. That is always we must have addition first, and then we should have subtraction. But here we have subtraction first, addition next. So there is no chance for option C to be correct. So option B is correct because it comes under the property of componendo and dividendo. We don't have to consider option D. So for the given question, option B is correct.